Okay. All right. So the stream is starting now on YouTube.
Okay.
Right. My computer is killing me these days. Like all of them.
Bless you. Bless you. How'd Rivera get in that chat?
Okay. I just need to get the picture from Andy over to the deck real quick.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that happened right as I was starting to broadcast, and then we didn't broadcast.
And then it didn't happen.
Yeah. It absolutely kills me. I mean, right? I mean, like we actually do what we can ahead of time to get this shit ready to go, and it doesn't freaking work. Did Aaron and did Two Share give any updates for them?
No, but I was gonna say Two Share's got some pretty cool stuff, but you got to go over there to see it. I was gonna do one of those.
Got it. Yeah, they had a couple of beer releases going on.
Yep.
Okay, that is set there. Way too stupid for this whole thing. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. If you're ready, Mike.
Yep. All right. Let's go ahead and get started here. Sorry about that, people. We're going to click this here. And hey, how's it going? I'm Mike. And surprisingly, it's not just me today. Because of a number of reasons, it was easier for Matt and I to stream remotely as well. So Matt, say hi, and let's see if this actually works, because we didn't test this.
I know. Hey, everybody, it's Matt. I'm literally here, but not there.
Well, that didn't work. So that's great.
Didn't work?
It's not coming through. So
because you have your headphones in.
No, it's not showing up on the dash here. So
yeah,
it's working. Okay, great. So
you're double echoing.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
we can hear Matt.
Everybody can hear me. Just one of me, but two of Mike. I'm sorry for everybody, but yeah, it says Mike, you're a bit echoey, but the rest is good.
Okay. Well, I guess it's a little different than the squeaking from yesterday.
Yeah, this is one of those interesting things. Like Mike and I literally, because this was going to be a different setup. And then we had a storm blow through here in the Queen City area and caused Mike's power to flicker. And in flickering the power, it caused all sorts of hullabaloo. So we've been the last little while has been us trying to firefight through some of that. The best part about this, Mike, is that you are on camera right now, and I just see the anxiety like in your eyes.
I know, and everyone's watching me, and so
yeah, it's a straight shot of your face on the camera right now, and so. I can't help you. I can't do anything.
So we have Becca in the other room, who's basically acting as our on-site tell us if it's working or not person. So there's a real chance that this might turn into Matt talking and me just driving things. So
all right. I mean, that's like any other game, really.
It's like anything else, really. Yeah. So. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and
do you want to kick into the deck, and then I can talk through the deck while you do some firefighting? You want to do that?
Yeah, we could try that. I think also the important thing is if for some reason the power goes out, because that's just the way this day is going, folks, just make sure that we're going to advance the game. You just need to read the questions out loud to yourselves and make sure everyone reads them out loud. So, all right, so let's go ahead and transition over to this. All right, and so I think that should be showing. So Matt, you should have the deck up in front of you.
Yes, I see the slide change. So sorry, I'm getting a report of the stream not working for somebody, so I just gave them some sage technical advice. So what we're going to want to do for people playing tonight is we're going to want to go, you're going to want to go to crowd.live, and you're going to want to enter the code July 22 battle. So July 22 battle, as in July 2022 battle. That's what this, I know today's not the 22nd, just in case anybody's wondering. But yeah, July 22 battle. That's what we're going to be looking for today. If you want to play in the game, I see some people jumping in now, so that's good. I believe you're going to need to put your first name, your last name, and your email address in. I believe is what is required for this, or it should be anyway. Yep.
All right. So we got that. And then tonight we have our five favorite folks playing. We have our across the board here from across the 93. And let's go ahead and dive into this. Matt, can you see the deck at all? Or
yeah, I can. Yep. So we've got From the Barrel, we've got Rockingham, Two Share, Daydreaming Brewing, and Great North are our participants tonight. So.
Okay, so let's go ahead and real quickly talk about those breweries and who they are and what they're all at. So starting off, we have Daydreaming, like Matt said, they're playing. Their tap room hours are typically Wednesday through Friday, 4 to 7, Saturday, 1 to 7. Except for the month of July, they're closed. Except for right now, literally open for trivia. They're at 1.5 East Broadway in Derry. So good on you. Moving along to the next one.
Yeah, the cool thing is they didn't want to give up the trophy, so they're open today and today only for the month of July to retain their title. But when they do reopen in August, some pretty cool stuff going on. They're going to have they'll be tapping the cask of their Belgian strong dark ale, aged in an oak, aged on an oak with brandy. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then their sister cask for that is going to be tapped at the Great British Beer Festival that same week. So again, when they reopen in August, be prepared for some pretty cool stuff going on over there at Daydreaming.
Okay, I've been informed that I should not be talking anymore because I'm just too echoey. So
too echoey.
So Matt, you might be you're taking the lead here. So
okay, I'll be taking the lead. All right, so you can still hear me, right, Mike?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You can just thumbs up me if you want to. Okay, cool. Yeah. So next up, we've got From the Barrel. So the one half of the power duo over there at One Corporate Park Drive in Derry. They're open. The tap room hours typically Wednesday through Friday from 4 to 8 p.m., Saturday from 2 to 8, and Sunday from 1 to 6. The cool thing is that From the Barrel and Rockingham have a cool collaboration going on coming up. I thought it was only sort of civil war over there at One Corporate Park Drive, but they are working on some stuff together, which is cool. It's called it's a Rock the Barrel. So you get Rockingham and you get From the Barrel. You get Rock the Barrel. Their collab on a Snork Juice. It's a sour IPA release. It's going to be happening this Saturday. So get over there and check that out. And Buxton's Pizza will also be on site that day. So again, that's this Saturday. You get the Snork Juice release as well as Buxton's Pizza going on there. All right, next up, Mike, if you want to advance slides. Yep. All right, we've got Great North, which is usually where Mike and I are located, except for today because of a plethora of reasons. Tap room hours there at Great North are Thursday and Friday from 3 to 7 p.m., Saturday from 1 to 7, and Sunday from 1 to 5. Pretty cool stuff going on over at Great North. They've got Mike and I will be there in person for trivia if anybody feels like checking out next Thursday evening. So we'll be there the 28th, 7 p.m. start time for that. Again, in-person trivia. We'll be there. But also, they've got the Darbster Rescue Granite State Bark Crawl, which is a dog adoption, happening on Saturday, July 30th. So you can check out their socials or their website for more information on that. It's a pretty cool event. Everybody's kind of fired up for. All right, next up we have. I'm just trying to keep up with Mike's switching up.
Rockingham.
Yeah. Okay. I just waiting for the deck to change. Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Rockingham. They're also at One Corporate Park Drive in Derry. They're at the other end, so they're Unit 1. From the Barrels at Unit 16. Taproom hours Wednesday through Friday from 4 to 8, Saturday from 2 to 8, and Sunday from 1 to 6. They have not only do they have the Stork Juice release in the pizza going on, but they also have Kegs and Eggs, which is going on over there. I'm trying to get the date. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. this Sunday. So you got the beer release and pizza on Saturday. And you got the Sunday kegs and eggs brunch from 10 to 2 over at Rockingham. And then next up, we have our friends over at Two Share. Two Share's got some. They're located at 720 Union Street in Manchester. Taproom hours typically from Wednesday 4 to 8, Thursday and Friday from 4 to 9, Saturday from 1 to 9, and Sunday from 1 to 7. Always a bunch of cool stuff going on over at Great North, but they've got a beer release happening this week. I'm going to say this wrong, and I'm going to watch Mike's face for it. But Baby Saluga, I don't know.
It's more of a swear thing, so it's like Saluga.
Okay, it's an American IPA, and it's the latest in their Sea Creature Wearing Sweaters series. So I mean that I've seen the can; it looks pretty badass. So get over there and check that out. They've also got a bunch of live music coming up. And there's always something cool getting ready to be played on the record player. So those are our 5 contestants in this month's Battle of the Breweries. So we're pumped to have everybody playing. Again, if you want to play, you want to go to crowd.live and you want to enter the code July22battle. What is our next slide here, Mike?
This is our trophies.
The what?
So these are the trophies that are over at Two Share.
Oh, okay. It's taking a while to advance. So that's what I was waiting on. Yeah. So these are the trophies. That's the trophy. You can see it sort of gets added onto over time with some creative liberties from the winning breweries. So, but yeah, that's it right there. That's what we are playing for tonight. So we'll have a brewery that is a winner, and we will have individuals. Our top 3 teams will win, or top 3 players will win prizes tonight as well. So we've got that going on. For those of you who have not played with us before, again, you're going to want to go to crowd.live, and you're going to want to enter the code July22battle, and you're going to need to enter your first name, last name, and email, and then you're going to pick which of the breweries you're going to play for. Again, a brewery will win. Top 3 players will win a prize, and it is a battle for the trophy. Is what we got going on. All right. So what we're going to do tonight is we got 20 questions. The 20 questions are going to be mostly multiple choice, but there are, in fact, some short answers this month. So don't let it fool you. The way it's going to work is we're going to ask the question. There is a bit of a delay tonight. You may have heard me already reference it, but there is a delay. I'm going to read the question, and then I'm going to start the timer. Once the timer starts, you're either going to pick options A, B, C, or D for the multiple choice, or if it's a short answer, you're going to have to type in the short answer using your keyboard. But as that 30-second timer counts down, you will have fewer points available for you for a correct answer. So you'll have 150 possible points at 30 seconds, but as that 30-second timer counts down, the points will count down. It is always best to answer correctly as opposed to incorrectly, but the goal should be to answer as quickly as possible so that you get both the correct answer and as many points. So
let's just.
I don't know how to fix that, Mike.
Headphones? I don't know.
I could do that. I would have to walk away from my computer to do that.
Well, why don't you try that, and I'll try to see if it is. Mute your computer, and then. All right, so Matt's going to get some headphones real quick, and we're going to see if that fixes the echoing. What?
You're good now.
So Matt's going to get some headphones. We're going to see if that fixes the echoing. In the meantime, for social, make sure you go ahead and visit and post about your time and talk about how great this super delay with echo noise is going on for you. On Facebook, you have at Dolph Hoyt Presents, at Daydreaming BC, at Great North Ale, at Rockingham Brewing, and at Two Share Brewing. And then on Instagram, we have at Daydreaming BC, at Drink FTB, then at Great North Ale, at Rockingham Brewing, and at Two Share Brewing. And so finally, again, as we said, if you haven't already logged in, you want to go to, I just realized that my microphone might be off. All right. Well, Matt, this is a. Can you hear me, Matt? Can you hear me, Matt?
We could hear you, and now you're echoing again.
All right. Okay. So
Mike,
this is. Can
you hear me now?
I can
hear you.
Okay, Becca, can you hear me? Okay, I don't know how that's working, but she can hear me fine. So, and I'm not echoing. So there's 2 microphones. So, you know what? This is a shit show of a game. So we're just going to go ahead and call it a wash. We're going to take the trophy back, and Matt and I win the trophy for this awful experience tonight. So,
I've been dying for the trophy, Mike. I've been dying.
All right, great. So let's go ahead and just go straight into the questions. I probably messed something up on this one too. So here we go. All right, so we're going to transition over to the game. Let's see if people can still hear us. Becca, can you still hear us? All right.
All right, here we go. You want me to go ahead and hit play, Mike?
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, we got confirmation people can hear us. We're sorry, folks. We're awful. And let's go, Matt. 2, 3, 1.
I like how you count. All right, question 1. What is the model number for the original Doc Marten boots, which were so prevalent in the 1990s? Is it the 101, 1460, 1490, or the 2976?
So yeah, so as we were talking about this game, Matt, some of these questions tonight are either I know this right away or I have no idea what this is. And for me, this is definitely one of those I had no idea what this was, despite pretty much running with a crowd who lived in Doc Martens. I had no idea what this answer was.
Well, so you say that. Did you have Doc Martens, or did you just run with a crowd who had them?
I just ran with the kids who did.
Okay.
So
I have never owned a pair. So I had no idea on this one.
Yeah.
So again, the question was, what is the model number for the original Doc Martin boots so prevalent in the 1990s? It seems as though, Mike, if you want to show, I don't know if you can show the answers or the answers there, but it seems as though we had a kind of a 3-horse race. No one really thought it was the sort of 2976 or 75. But we most people, almost half of you thought it was the 101. But in fact, it was the 1460. That was it doesn't seem to be related to a year. I'm not entirely sure. The 1460 model of Doc Martens are the original boots first made and sold in Munich, Germany, post World War II.
All right.
So there you go.
That's great. Well, good times for all those mid 90s grunge games. But yeah.
Yep. What's old is new again, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, moving on to question 2. Which of these quote unquote ailments was chosen by fans and added to the board game Operation in the year 2004? Was it brain freeze, growling stomach, period cramps, or tennis elbow?
Yeah, so I couldn't tell you the answer to this one, no matter what.
Really?
But
okay.
Yeah, I mean, but like I was surprised to see that they would make changes, but then Monopoly changes all the time. So why would they not make changes to other things? Try to draw in a younger generation of quack doctors. So,
well, I like how they crowdsourced it too. They're like, oh, you pick, right? Like that,
Yeah.
that's like how Bodie McBoatface came about, right? Like it was about that same time.
Yeah.
But no, I played Operation relatively recently, like within the last 3 or 4 years. And I'm thinking I was playing on an old board because it did not have this ailment on it. So, okay. So our options were brain freeze, growling stomach, period cramps, or tennis elbow. Based upon the answers that popped in here, it's kind of people were picking between brain freeze and tennis elbow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here to tell you that one of those is correct.
Oh,
that's
exciting
drama. But it was in fact brain freeze that was added as an ailment to Cavity Sam's head in the year 2004. I bet you didn't know he had a name yet, did you? Mike?
Did I feel like I may have known that, but I could not have told you what it was. So.
All right. Moving on to question 3. At what temperature are Celsius and Fahrenheit equal? Is it minus 40 degrees, 0, 16, or 100? So at what temperature are Celsius and Fahrenheit equal?
So just watch where we end up with a bunch of like Kelvin nerds here instead. We're like, well, actually,
yeah.
But
I was just about to say there's a science nerd or two in the crowd that are gonna like correct us in the way that this question is either asked or answered. I just know it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's so many things to be critical of us tonight. And why not have it be this question too?
Yeah. Question 3 is where people are gonna draw the line. Yeah.
Like, listen up, jerks.
All right. So our options for at what temperature are Celsius and Fahrenheit equal were minus 40, 0, 16, or 100. No one thought 100, and I guess I applaud the knowledge of our players. 70% of people thought it was minus 40, and that was in fact the correct answer. So that at minus 40, they're equal temperatures.
Yep. So well done, temperature nerds.
Even the Kelvin nerds out there seem to be okay with it. So
yeah. So, which I'm guessing though, like as I'm thinking, like as you're brewing or something like that, temperature's kind of important. So
kind of important. All right, question 4. Who is the only player in Hall of Fame history to be elected by unanimous decision from the Baseball Writers Association? Is it, I'm having some problems with my computer, Ken Griffey Jr., Derek Jeter, Tom Seaver, or Mariano Rivera?
Well, I know that at least 2 of these are baseball players, and one of them for a hot minute I assumed was Mike Seaver's dad.
Oh, interesting. Like Uncle Tom?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
No, there's a great. It just started on ESPN and ESPN Plus. A great docuseries on Derek Jeter called The Captain. It's as a Red Sox fan and a Yankee hater, I didn't think I was going to like it, but so far it's pretty good. So. But so our options for who is the only player in Hall of Fame history to be elected by unanimous decision from the Baseball Writers Association, was it Ken Griffey Jr., Derek Jeter, Tom Seaver, or Mariano Rivera? I'm actually really, really impressed that the group was not drawn to a couple of the bigger names on here. 69% of folks, 33 of you, thought it was Mariano Rivera, and you were in fact correct.
Nice job, everyone.
Nice job. I will say, though, that Derek Jeter nearly replicated the feat the following year, but he only received 99.74% of the vote, not 100% of the vote. So,
that's slacker.
I know, no kidding, right?
Yeah.
All right, question 5. To date, what U.S. president holds the record for most appearances on the cover of Time magazine? Is it Richard Nixon, Franklin Roosevelt, Donald Trump, or Barack Obama? So we're looking for today, which U.S. president holds the record for most appearances on the cover of Time magazine?
I am in awe of just the bizarreness of the image chosen for this question here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at kind of a Minority Report here, kind of level of technology here.
Did you ever see the Justin Timberlake movie, Out of Time or In Time?
I did not know, but that's also Philip K. Dick, I think, which is also Minority Report. So
okay, I did not know that. It makes a lot of sense then. All right, so to date, what U.S. president holds the record for most appearances on the cover of Time magazine? This one actually, it seems pretty even. There's no runaway on this one. Everybody's kind of all over the board. It does seem as though the favorite, if there is one, in fact, is FDR,
which is an interesting choice since, I'm not sure if he was around to pose for the magazine. But it doesn't mean he can't be on it. So.
That's true. But from 1952 until his death in 1994. President Richard Nixon appeared on 55 covers of Time magazine.
That's correct. It's a ridiculous amount.
Well, he was causing quite a ruckus during his time. Yeah.
He was known for one or two things.
Yeah. All right. So, Mike, here we are at the end of our sort of first quarter play. Do we want to?
It's amazing we're here.
I don't want to jinx anything, but do we want to check out some scores?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and click a button and see what breaks. So we're going to click this. We're going to let's look at individuals first.
Okay.
So we bring this up here, and we have Hannah in first, followed by LL Francis R, not to be confused with FDR, and then
or LL Cool J for that matter.
Yeah, this is clearly a mix between the two, and maybe Fran from Facts of Life. I don't know. And Joni Pores. So well done there. And let's see who else we got playing here tonight. We got Death by Stereo, So Damn Sweaty. That could be me right now, truth be told. Nobody Likes Cherries. Ash Ketchum's that got dirty real quick there, huh?
It did. We veered off the rack.
Yeah.
Let's kick over and check out the teams.
Let's take a look. All right. So last time we had we ended with Daydreaming with the trophy. So let's see how they're doing here as they defend. And so far, so good. They are at the top.
It's a very. I will point out though that it's a very close race. These are very tight scores at this point.
It is. So, it is. Yeah. And we should also note that we have 48 players playing tonight. So it's a good turnout for a double virtual everything game.
Totally virtual.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's kick back over to the questions. So we'll go back. Question 6. This is a fun one. How many zeros are there in 1 trillion? So we're asking you to tell us how many total number of zeros are there in 1 million?
Yeah. And so this is, you're actually looking to type in a number here. So not type in a word. And we're not looking for 0, 0, 0, 0. We're not looking for you to type all the zeros. So an actual number for what it is.
I don't know what I just did to my headphones, but all of a sudden Siri was yelling at me. So apologies if I blanked out there for a minute.
I mean, that's par for the course here tonight. So I think I figured out that the microphone that we use is not actually is the cause of the double thing. And so the camera that we use has a microphone built into it, which at no point have I set up to be used.
But tonight
is now suddenly in use. So
I love it.
Good times, everybody.
Good times. All right. So our question here, question 6, how many zeros are there in 1 trillion? It seems though the vast majority of folks got this one, but there were actually an interesting number of guesses. The correct answer is not 9, 11, 20, 15, or 6. It is in fact 12. There are 12 zeros in the number 1 trillion. So congrats to the 37 folks who got that one.
Well done to you.
Well done. All right, here we go. Question 7. By what name is Harlequin ice cream more commonly known? Is it Rocky Road, pink bubblegum, birthday cake, or Neapolitan?
So I was very confused by this question at first because I could have sworn it was talking about like Batman characters.
Okay.
And like could not think of like what Harley Quinn was also known as from an ice cream standpoint. not that it makes a difference because it would not have been right. But
I'm thinking of her colors though. Would she be like a rocket pop? You know, like
that's a good question. I mean, especially then I guess like when even you look at like what the answer is here, it actually does line up pretty well. So she's kind of like a red and black with like a pale skin from all the fun acid baths that the Joker put her into and stuff. So.
So Mike, you want to roll with this one then, since you're
since I'm kind of already halfway in it. Yeah. So by what name is Harley Quinn ice cream more commonly known? Well, we had a good showing across the board, and it seems that most people knew what it was of Neapolitan ice cream, which as I mentioned, apparently is the same colors as Harley Quinn from the Joker from Batman. So.
So Harlequin ice cream is more commonly made with pistachio instead of chocolate.
Oh,
which I have never in all of my ice cream scooping days ever seen that. So
yeah, well, I mean, I guess that also makes sense then because Harley Quinn is partly nuts. So good.
Sure,
so.
I get it. I actually I started my professional career as an ice cream scooper. On Lake Sunapee, and it always amazed me how much pistachio and maple walnut ice cream we served, and how much it actually was a specific demographic that ordered both of them. So,
that's a weird statement to make. So.
Anyway, I just wanted to share.
I appreciate it. So.
All right. Question 8. This is going to be another short answer. I need to type this one in. What African river flows on both sides of the equator, crossing it twice? So what African river flows on both sides of the equator, crossing it twice?
Yep. So we're looking for a word here, not a number, just to be clear. Not that makes a difference, but but like go ahead and get those answers in. We have a number coming in, and we can tell here how many people do not know their African rivers by the equator, based on the speed in which people are answering.
I would not get this one right.
No, I mean, like I would have gone with when in doubt, go with Michael Crichton, right? And so, and so that would have.
Is that how you live your life, Mike?
I mean, it seems to be some of these days, yeah. So.
Okay. All right. Well, we had lots and lots of guesses and even if we count the ones that might be misspelled or others, but it seems like the vast majority of people were putting their chips on the Nile River on this one. Would you agree with that one, Mike?
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I would definitely say that there is quite a bit, and I'm going to assume that mile is the Nile, not like 8 Mile. But
right. Or the Green Mile.
Yeah, or the Green Mile. Yeah, either way.
But the correct answer is not the Nile. It is, in fact, the Congo.
Yep.
Like I said, the Congo River.
Always go with Michael Crichton. So
I had forgotten all about that before you made me remember it. So question 9. Which of these beverages originated as an ice cream topping? Our options are ginger ale, high C, Hawaiian punch, or yoo-hoo. All 4 of these disturbed me that they came to life as an ice cream topping.
Yeah, it's kind of just very upsetting. Actually, I'm just assuming that ginger ale was probably not like the currently carbonated beverage that it is that they would be put on.
It'd be weird to pour the current version of that on top of ice cream, right? So
although I guess a mouthful of vanilla ice cream, a carbonated vanilla ice cream would not be out of question considering like milkshakes and such. Or,
yeah, like you can make like an orange freeze.
Like
you can sort of do the same
a Coke float or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. So our options again were ginger ale, high C, Hawaiian punch, and Yoo-hoo. And we very much have a 2-horse race here between Hawaiian punch and Yoo-hoo. But the confection today, known as Hawaiian punch, was invented in Fullerton, California in 1934. And originally it was a tropical fruit flavored syrup that was used as an ice cream topping. As the syrup gained popularity, people began to use it in other ways, namely by mixing it with water to make a tropical drink. So in 1946, they pivoted the company away from an ice cream topping to make it a drink. So.
That seems the most American thing possible. Like, hey, we're gonna take this syrup and let's go ahead and just gun it, just shotgun it straight. But,
yeah.
And then people
at least
complain.
At least they watered it down. At least they watered it down.
I mean, like then you got the complainers who then just like it's too hard, and so now you suddenly water it down and make it easier to drink. So
yeah,
they're not going to take first in the syrup Olympics, Matt. That's all I have to say.
I'm telling you, Hawaiian punch for me was in the big like metal like container that you used to have to do the can opener. Like, oh man, that was the best Hawaiian punch. Yeah. So. All right, moving on to question 10. 1990s men's fashion magnate blank appeared as himself in a 1999 episode of Friends. Our options are Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, Isaac Mazzari, or Ralph Lauren.
So I actually just watched this episode the other day.
Did you really?
So yeah, it was just happened to be on. So, but as I'm looking at these headshots, it's like super weird because like they all look like different. They all look like they're trying to portray someone else. Like Calvin Klein looks like he's being played by Martin Sheen. Isaac Mazzari, it looks like he's being played by Marshall.
That actor. Yeah.
Marshall from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. Jason Segel.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Then you have Ben Stiller playing Ralph Lauren, and then I don't know, like Tommy Hilfiger as himself, I guess. But so.
Yeah. Or Tommy Hilfiger trying to be like Andy Warhol, maybe.
Yeah.
So yes, but the 1990 men's fashion magnate blank appeared as himself in a 1999 episode of Friends. I think we have a lot of Friends fans playing tonight because it was in fact Ralph Lauren who appears as himself in the 1999 episode, The One with Ross's Teeth. Is the name of that episode. So.
Yeah, because like essentially Phoebe like said that she ended up like sleeping or making out with Ralph Lauren and ended up being just Kenny the copy guy. So
all right, halfway through, we have made it to halftime. Mike continues to shake his head in disbelief that we're moving our way through this game.
I'm honestly surprised it's actually moving forward at this point. So
so let's once again go ahead and check out some player rankings.
All right. So it looks like
LL.
Looks like LLR is moving up the board here, up to first, with Granite Hokie out of nowhere, as well as FFS Ethan.
Granite Hokie. We have ourselves a Virginia Tech Hokie, I think, is what we got going on. So
you think so? Well, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
I just saw your mom's a hoe. That's always good.
Whoa. So be careful there. Yo feet be dangling at 39.
Mm-hmm. Husker do not know.
I just want to point out that Ash Ketchum's Balls is moving up the charts and is currently in 36th place. So
good. Yeah. Well, Ash Ketchum Balls there. It's quite the mouthful right there.
All right, let's check out some team scores.
All right, so the team score, Daydreaming is still at the top here. 2 share, skyrocketing up as well. Rockingham in third, with Great North and From the Barrel following. So still early enough that it can be anyone's game.
Right.
And so looking forward to seeing how this shakes down. But 2 share is definitely taking some headway here. So
all right. So we'll kick over, go back to the questions. We'll kick over to question 11.
Ooh.
What company produced the chunky, oversized G-Shock watches adorning wrists in the late 1990s? Was it Casio, Swatch, Fossil, or Freestyle?
Well, does the watch? No, that's clearly not the watch itself. But no, it is. It's the G-Shock.
That is, yeah. But I think they've removed the maker on there.
Oh.
I think is what has happened.
That's smart. Otherwise, it would have been a giveaway. So
is it Casio, Swatch, Fossil, or Freestyle?
Yeah, I'm kind of sad that watches have moved away from this, right? I think like your Apple Watch really needs to bring back like built-in topography guides and like bottle openers and such. So
Fossil made a nice Android watch for a while, but I've never owned an Android, so all it really did was like tell me when I had a text message. But they made it look like an actual watch, which I like. Like that, yeah. So. All right, so I don't know if we had a whole bunch of people who own G-Shock watches or if this is just the most obvious guess on here, but it was in fact Casio who made the G-Shock watch, which 81% of you knew. So,
well, I'm going to say we just have a lot of like really trendsetters here playing with us tonight. You know,
not
only are they temperature nerds, they're also trendsetters in the watch empire.
Perfect. Well, I was a big of these four brands. I was a big Freestyle watch guy because they made the Shark watch. I don't know if you remember, there were like all kinds of like bright day glow colors and whatnot. So that was my watch brand of choice back in those days.
I can see that. Yeah. Back in those days, you mean like 2 years ago?
Oh, the late 90s? Yeah. I don't know if I saw a new one, I'd buy it. I'm just going to point it out. But all right, question 12. What color is 0 on a roulette wheel? Is it black, green, red, or white? So what the number 0 on a roulette wheel is what color? I had a bone to pick with crowd perp. Well, people think about this question. When originally this was like it got added to the game. The answer green was in the red box, and the answer red was in the green box. Oh. And my OCD did not allow for that to stand, so I had to go in and manually adjust those. So,
well, I'm glad you took the time to make it more aesthetically pleasing. I was actually wondering that too, and like then trying to figure out. Like, then I couldn't recall if there was like a black or white option for an answer choice color, and so I almost changed it before we started.
Okay. All right. So, what color is 0 on a roulette wheel? I should point out, and I learned this with this question, in European roulette, there's only 1 0. In an American roulette, there are 2. There's a 0 and a double 0. But in both games and in all 3 options, it is always green. The number is always green because it is not part of the red or black in all the other colors. So congrats to the 88% of you who got that one right. Seemed like it was I don't want to say it's a little bit of an obvious choice, maybe, but or we have a lot of gamblers.
Either way, I mean, people are going to take their chances here, Matt. So,
well, why not? Yeah. All right, lucky question number 13. What Scandinavian country's capital is Helsinki? Is it Finland, Denmark, Norway, or Sweden? This is like a European 101 level test right here. So.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I think European. I think like not these nations, but yeah. I mean, this is pretty much straight up. I mean, you're not wrong, right? I mean, it's like
these are Nordic nations, Mike.
There it is. Yeah. These are more like the what are affectionately known as the Viking realms. So.
I only hear about these countries when it's Winter Olympics time.
Right? So it's like you see like Finland. It's like what? Who? Where? Vikings? Yeah. Oh, Finland.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
all right. So, in addition to being the capital of this country, this Helsinki is also adorned the title of World Design Capital for its contributions to design and aesthetics. So, next time you go to Finland and you go to Helsinki, that's a little known fact that you can tell to some of the other tourists on the train that you take to get there.
Yes, so. And if you tell it to anyone from Finland, they'll be like, "Yes, we know."
Yes, we know. Stop telling us. So yes, the answer is A, Finland, which 96% of the people playing knew. All right, moving on to question 14. According to Nielsen ratings, what was the most watched television show in 1990? So the year 1990. Was it A Different World, Cheers, Roseanne, or The Golden Girls?
The fact that Nielsen is still like relevant, and the fact that like it's just like floors me sometimes. But
it was wildly relevant in 1990, though.
Oh, I know. My friend Steve worked for them for a long time. Unfortunately, worked for them right around like when everyone started moving to streaming. So like it kind of took a back seat in relevancy. So.
Well, I think that TV in the picture is actually like what you would have watched it on in 1990 as well. But so
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had one of these TVs in the basement. Yeah.
All right. So according to Nielsen ratings, what was the most watched television show in 1990? Mike, if you would show the guesses, none of you playing tonight thought it was A Different World.
Which is fair because I don't know if anyone ever watched A Different World.
So A Different World was the number 4 watched show in 1990.
So clearly I'm already wrong. So.
Yeah. Number 3 was Roseanne. Number 2 was 60 Minutes. But number 1 in the year 1990 was in fact Cheers. Cheers was the number 1. But so congrats to those of you who got that one right, which was 80% of you, by the way. Moving on to question 15. What is the name for 3 strokes under par on a single hole of golf? Is it a bogey, a birdie, an albatross, or an eagle? So again, this is the name for when you're 3 strokes under par on a single hole.
I have nothing creative to add to this one without giving away the answer. So
I was hoping we were going to be
we'll just refrain, but
yeah, I was hoping we were going to be in person at Great North, and Rob was going to be sitting at the bar and was going to do some sort of like Canadian happy dance, and he'd know this one.
Yeah, which I think is he's like oot oot oot. So
I've never heard him say oot oot.
Well, he's never been excited before. That's why. Like if you ever look at Rob, like he might laugh, but that's like more he's laughing at you as opposed to like laughing at something's hilarious. But so.
Oh, all right. So it seems like we had a lot of golfers in the house here because nobody thought it was a bogey, nobody thought it was a birdie, and most people thought it was in fact an albatross, which is the correct answer. An albatross is such a difficult feat to achieve that as of 2022, only 18 have been achieved in the history of major tournament play.
That's actually insane.
Right.
Like I feel like that should be a much higher number, despite the fact that, yeah.
And it is possible to both get a hole-in-one and an albatross. I learned that one. I learned that one through an argument that I lost in a very violent way. But okay, here, Mike. I don't know how to jinx anything, but we just finished the third quarter.
We did. Let's go ahead and click some buttons here and see what happens.
Okay.
So we're going to take a look at individuals first.
Yep.
And LL Francis R is still in the lead, followed by Granite Hokie and FFS Ethan in third. So well done to the 3 of you for staying ahead.
Well done.
And then what I thought was Cabbage Crew was in 13. It's actually Cribbage Crew. Abby in 24 with Big Bert in 27.
Ash Ketchum Ball is moving up again. 10 more spots. It's 25th place.
Getting exciting now. So
it is.
Yeah.
Is there enough time left for them to get inside the top 10?
I don't know. You gotta make sure they do it right. So who is that? Fox and 52. We have 52 people playing. We have 52 people playing now.
Yeah, people have been jumping
joined in. That's great.
Yeah,
man. Good thing you guys missed. For those 4 of you, good thing you joined when you did. You missed all the stupidity. So,
you think this is a perfectly played game?
Oh man, good for you. The rest of you, oof.
All right, let's move on to some the team rankings here.
All right, let's click that button.
Oh, the gap was closed.
Daydreaming. Oh man, it's getting super close now.
I'm saying the gap was closed. It was more. Now it's less. We've got Rockingham screaming up at a competitive third place.
Yep, that is a very astute statement. It was more, but now it's less.
Yeah.
It was more, but now it's less.
It's a statement of fact, Mike. It's a statement of fact.
Oh man, this is a trivia game.
Just barely, but it is in fact a trivia game. All right, moving on here. Let's check out question 16. Which Winnie the Pooh character is voiced by the same actor who voices the Transformers Optimus Prime? Is it Pooh, Tigger, Piglet, or Eeyore?
I mean, everyone loves some Peter Cullen here. So
that's the actor.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and he's
wow.
So it's surreal. Like after this, go and like look on his IMDb page. Like he's like voiced like so many different characters over time. Like he's been in. He was obviously like Optimus Prime and Transformers, but he was also in G.I. Joe. He was in Thundercats. He was in Brave Star. He was in Jason the Wheeled Warriors. He was in like all sorts of other ridiculous shows that you don't remember, but they existed because Peter Cullen needed a paycheck. So
I don't think he needs them anymore. If he's still alive, I don't think he needs them anymore.
Well, so. He's been voicing Optimus Prime also in the Michael Bay Transformer movies too.
Oh, good Lord.
So yeah.
All right. So which Winnie the Pooh character is voiced by the same actor? Apparently Peter Cullen, who voices the Transformers Optimus Prime. Our options were Pooh, Tigger, Piglet, or Eeyore. 92% of people thought it was Eeyore. Mike, are they correct?
They are. Much like Optimus Prime, Eeyore is true to heart. So.
Are you saying that Peter Cullen is typecast?
Yes. Based on the outcome of the Transformers TV show and movies, yes.
Yes. So. All right, moving on to question 17. Which product failure led to the dissolution of video game maker Sega's hardware division? It's a lot of words in there. Was it the 32X, the Dreamcast, Saturn, or Sega CD? Is it bad that I don't recall any of those four? Like if they like I've never heard reference.
No, I expect you not to know these. No. I mean, like, but it's these are all pretty straight on with it. Like, so there was like the Sega, and then like my history of Sega is like a little bit limited, but it's like there was like the original Sega, then I think it went to like the Sega Genesis, and then it went to the 32X. It might be in between those. From there, I think it went to from there, like then it starts to get hazy because it went to like. I think the Saturn, the Sega CD, and then like the Dreamcast was the big moneymaker that was going to be like the game changer, and then it failed miserably.
So the Dreamcast was introduced in 1999, and it failed so badly that the whole division was shut down in 2001.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, it's fantastic. It's fantastic hardware with some great games on it. It was not like well marketed. It just was hard to come by. It was expensive. It was just. Everything was against it, except for it was actually really good. So
some of the best things are like that. So yes, the correct answer, which 96% of you knew, was in fact the Sega Dreamcast. So congrats on that. Moving on, question 18. What discount retail chain bought the DeLorean's remaining stock of cars when the automaker folded in 1982? Was it Tuesday Morning, Value City, Kmart, or Big Lots? You like that one, Mike?
I apparently did not read this question beforehand. This is ridiculous. And this is fantastic.
This is right up your alley.
I just love the idea of going to like a wholesale store, like, and just getting like a picnic table, like 47 cans of soda, and like and then a DeLorean, like all in like. But the best part is that it probably would have still required you to bring the DeLorean to the front counter just to make sure they could scan the barcode on it. Yeah. So.
Well, apparently they bought up all the cars and then resold them to the collectors, but it might have just been a savvy business move by somebody in the company. But what discount retail chain bought the DeLorean's remaining stock of cars when the automaker folded in 1982? The vast majority of people believed it was in fact Kmart. You were wrong.
Oh,
it was in fact Big Lots, which I didn't even know was around in 1982.
Exactly.
Yeah. Bought up all those DeLoreans.
This might be why they're such a big deal now. Like, like whenever you said
the DeLorean money,
it's like the hushed whispers that you hear in the line at Big Lots of just being like, do you think they have a DeLorean out back? So it's like, nope, sorry. It's just a pop-up tent. So
can you imagine if the DeLorean ended up being like the Yugo, and it was like the store managers were like giving it for like a big dump or something? It was like fall apart.
It's like manager of the year gets a DeLorean.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
They probably still do. They probably have like 20 of them out back still.
All right, moving on to question 19. What was the first name of this Camel Cigarettes mascot that was discontinued in 1997? Was it Johnny, James, Joe, or Jack? You know this one.
I do. This is my brand of choice back when I was cool.
Was it now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is what we went with. Yeah. And then like so like I was super cool because I smoked, right? And like but then I had to have my wisdom teeth removed, and I was told don't smoke while you're doing that because of like suction. That's bad for it. It's like, so what I'm hearing you say is that unfiltered are the better choice. And so for like a month, that was the plan. And it was anyways, I'm not as cool as I used to be anymore. So but yeah.
Given your alliance or allegiance to Camel Cigarettes, why don't you finish this one off for us?
Yeah, well, yeah, we certainly could do that. So yeah, so like what was the name of the Camel Cigarettes mascot that was discontinued in 1997? Well, pretty much across the board here, we have like 96% thinking it was Joe Camel, with 4% on Johnny. It was in fact Joe Camel. I think Johnny Carson maybe smoked camels, but yeah, it was definitely in fact Joe Camel. So,
all right, I had no idea that was your branded choice. I knew you were a smoker, but I didn't know that you had camel money. So,
oh yeah, man, like it was. Yeah. It was just like bags of it, like we take it down to the Kmart to trade in. So
you trade in your DeLoreans for
pretty much, yeah. Like we were super disappointed when we found it was Big Lots, yeah. So
all right, our final question of the night. We have arrived here on the doorstep. Question number 20. What is Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash's given name? Is it Declan McManus, Paul Hewson, Saul Hudson, or Timothy Mosley?
Yeah, I mean, you see this list and you just immediately know why he went with Slash instead.
It doesn't matter which of the four it is. Yeah,
it doesn't matter, man. It's like your name is Slash, you're a winner. So
apparently, Slash was born in London. I didn't realize that.
Did not know that.
Yeah, and the nickname Slash was given to him by an actor named Seymour Castle, because he was always in a hurry, zipping around from one thing to another.
Because that makes super sense as to why you call him Slash.
Exactly. All right, so we're looking for Slash's real name, his given name. Our options were Declan McManus, Paul Hewson, Saul Hudson, or Timothy Mosley. It seems most people have settled in. Is Paul Hewson, is that Bono? Is that Bono's real name?
I don't know. I feel like his mother legitimately called him Bono at birth.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I don't know. So
I don't know either. I
didn't look these up. So
Slash's real name is in fact Saul Hudson. Once again, we know why. Indeed, he has been affectionately known by Slash for as long as he has. So, congrats to the 75% of you, or 38 folks who got that one correct. And that leads us to a completion of our questions for this evening.
It does.
I think we had a relatively high success rate in our question answering. So I think we were able to make up for some of the technical issues with a high success rate of our questions. So
yeah, I think once we got going, we realized we're just going to turn everything off, and that somehow makes it better for everyone. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at our individual scores. See how.
Okay. Again, we've got prizes for our top 3 teams.
We do, and so we have and still in the top we have LL Francis R in first, Granite Hokie in second, and FFS Ethan in third. So
I just want to point out it was a tight race. It's only a 7-point difference between third and fourth place.
Yeah, that was super tight across the board. So well done to the 3 of you, and well done to all 52 of you for making it through this delightful game with Matt and I. And so if you when the next time you see us, you'd be like, oh, buddy, just go ahead and feel free to buy us a beer from this fun experience.
Especially Mike. Mike might deserve 2 beers. So, all right. So let's check out the all important team rankings here, Mike.
Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see. Is this
dun.
trophy staying at Daydreaming? Is it moving somewhere else? Oh,
Staying
it is
put.
staying still in Derry.
It was well worth the worth the opening for one day in the month of July to retain the trophy.
Yep. So right now, I just imagine them cheering and shouting and leaving the bar, and Andy locking the doors as they try to come back for their coats.
Only to be reopened next month when they tap that cask of special brew. So
yes. So,
but all right, folks. Well, thank you for sticking with us through a rough start. Hopefully, everybody ended up having a good time tonight. Even Mike, I see his color red in his face has been dialed back a few shades. So
it's all good now. So we're
all good now.
Not going to switch over to the camera because I'm afraid something will break. So,
well, good. Well, hey, my name is Matt. The other guy that you don't see on here is Mike. Together, we're Dolph Hoyt Presents, and we really are thankful that everybody came out to play tonight.
Yes,
again, Great North is hosting in-person trivia. Mike and I will be hosting there next Thursday, 7 p.m. If anybody's interested in coming out, we'd love to see you. But until then, take care and hope to see you soon.
Take care, all.